This is the reality of a UK winter. The car is completely, it's frozen, absolutely. It's frozen solid, you know. It was snowing last night, and the snow sort of turned to sloppy rain, and then it froze very quickly. So I'm not going to try to open the doors. I know that the locks, I put the key in, that'll be frozen solid. That sort of moves, but it's not going back, so the locks are all frozen. The other thing is, which is really quite difficult, water creeps into under the gutters here, and it gets into the seals, and that freezes solid, so the seals will be completely frozen to the door frames, and if you pull it open, it can damage the seals or even pull them off. It is what it is. Thankfully I'm not looking to drive the car today, so because it would take bloody ages to defrost this. Yeah, it's quite thick. The other thing is the windscreen wiper blades, they'll be, they're frozen to the screen, so if you're daft enough to try and turn the blades on, it just rips them off. Now obviously this is just old news to anybody in the UK. This is what happens here, but I do know a lot of people that follow this account are in sort of warmer climes, and you don't suffer this sort of thing. But it's just a given for any of us here in the UK. We get this every single year. Our cars freeze solid if we keep them outside. Now, that said, very few people that I know of are crackers enough to run a classic like this as a daily, given the mileage I do, and parking the bloody thing in the open. I don't know of anybody that does that. I know one or two people that have got classics that they use very regularly, but I certainly don't know of anybody that leaves it in the street like I do. Oh, this is in the northern. It's not completely north of the UK, but it's a lot north of my Brighton home. Is in the south coast, where the climate's a lot more pleasant. It doesn't freeze so much. It's very, very salty, which is damaging to the car, but it's not as icy as we get up in the northern parts of the country. But thankfully, I'm not driving the car. I'm getting on this rusty old bike. I'm just going to work, and I ride this clunky old bike. It's a Dutch thing with no gears. Bloody thing is really hard to ride. I do have another one with gears, but it's not so hard to ride, but I don't get so fit. But yeah, I get very fit riding this damn thing because it's simply got no gears, and it's quite hilly around here. But anyway, yeah, I'm not driving the car today, thankfully, because it would take forever to. What I'd probably have to do is get into this side because it's closer to the buildings. It's just less frozen. I suspect these would be less frozen than the other side. And the locks, no, it's staying out. It's not popping back. Look at that. It's not springing back. It's obviously got ice in the mechanism. So what I was saying is this side's less likely to be so severely frozen. So I'd get in this side, probably have to use a cigarette lighter on the key or something like that, and put a light on the key, then shove that in to melt the ice and start the engine, get the car warm. There's no way I'll be able to open the other side door. That just wouldn't open, not without ripping off or damaging very severely the rubbers. More modern cars have a different design to the rubbers, and they don't tend to. They just don't have all this open guttering channel, and I think, I'm not absolutely sure, but I think the rubber seals sort of sit on the outside rather than be tucked away underneath like this. But I'm not that familiar with modern cars. But yeah, they don't have this sort of issue of the seals freezing to the frame. But it's not going to be a problem to me today, as I said, because I've no intention of driving it. I'm going on the rusty old bone shaker there. But yeah, just I thought I'd show you that. A little bit tedious for anybody in the UK because we know this very well. But a lot of the people that follow Beelzebub the Jaguar in San Francisco, much warmer climes.